All right, welcome to another one from the Outdoor Analyst. I've got a super fun one for you today, bringing yet again another incredible hunting knife that absolutely zips up Bambi like fantastic nobody's business. But before we dive into all the fun stuff, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. I'm a small channel and growing, and if you like outdoor content, yeah, doing about a video a day almost. So if you like hunting, knives, axes, just the outdoors, a little bit of fishing too, stick around and it's going to be a fun time. Leave some comments down there below as kind of your favorite hunting knives, what you think about this one. Yes, there's definitely a lot of conversation to go on because this one is by Reiff and Ranger Point Precision. Whoa, what are we talking about? The first Reiff knives collaboration. This is the RangeWolf. So Ranger Point Precision does a lot of Le Pew Pew upgrades for levers, which is fantastic. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I should have cleaned this off. This still has a lot of Bambi fat on it. But hey, now you can see it's actually done its work. This is the RangeWolf. Very cool collaboration. Got a little bit of everybody on there. It is in CPM Magna Cut. This is about 7.1 inches long, 3 inches on the blade, so yeah, about 4 inches on the handle. 0.11 thick on the spine, where you have some beautiful jimping. Nice light and subdued, beautiful jimping, nice light and subdued, and beautiful jimping. Now, this is the G10 version, so the whole thing, I think, weighs about 4.5 ounces. You get it in my card, I think it's 3.9. But the G10, oh my gosh, yes, there's still a little bit of gore inside there and probably some dirt and some mud. This thing is awesome, incredibly grippy. Whoops. Incredibly grippy on there. Oh my gosh, and this was fantastic this year. So I was able to do a Bambi, still a little bit on my saw there. This sucker did awesome. It was 22, 24 degrees, snowing. This thing was just covered in muck, blood, and snow, and super perfection on the grip. I really love this texturing. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Reiff's texturing on G10 is immaculate. I actually thought this was micarta to start with. It feels so good in hand, and then these scallops have really good but really good just texturing in there as well. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic grip. This has one of the best little grips on there. So it was awesome. I had this in my pocket the entire hunting season, and this thing is, yeah, it's high Rockwell CPM Magna Cut as well. So I think it's 63, 64 on the Rockwell. Woo! Did great. It still has the hair popping like sticky sharpness after one Bambi. I only did one with it because I had to peruse a few other knives throughout the family's deer, and that's kind of they all know that's what I want to do these days. So I like it. I actually don't like field dressing very much, but hey, I like to make sure that stuff's doing really good job, and it helps me get faster at it too. But man, this thing is awesome. Has a really nice handle shape. I have large to XL size hands, and oh my goodness, does this just fit great. Actually fits really good in a hammer grip, which is surprising for being kind of how small it is, but the 4-inch handle is really, really comfortable. It feels immaculate field dressing. This thing is not leaving your hand. It molds with my hand. It was freezing, and I still loved it. It means it's very, very comfortable. It's thick enough up here not to... It didn't even break gloves. So I had, little surgical gloves on as well. That's what I like to field dress with, just to kind of keep things a little cleaner. Loved it. Had no issues, didn't crack them, not even in the super cold conditions. It was fantastic. And then obviously, it's the handshake grip. It feels really good too. So what Reiff nails in my mind is some of the best ergonomics in all the little ways. For handle scales. They just crush it. They just absolutely crush it. And they feel super, super good. The blade, great little drop point, has plenty of belly on it, but I had no issues doing back end cuts with this knife either, doing a nice circle cut all the way around. It was immaculate for that. It wasn't too tall. Sometimes you get too tall of a blade. It doesn't do that very well, but this is just like the perfect height for that. I think it's 0.127 tall, so about 1.25 inches or so at the height of it. No issues there. Really love the guard. Really love that guard. Super, super comfortable. Okay, so let's throw out some comparisons just so you know, like, all right, one, everybody's going to want to know, and we'll get the Sheath in just a little bit. Everybody's going to want to know the Circadian, and I've already done a video, like, doing the differences on it, so please check that out. It was an earlier video of this. It's fairly similar to the Circadian. It is. Different handle style, different blade shape, and actually, it might even be a little thinner. 0.11, I think that's 0.12. I could be mistaken, but really, really similar. But honestly, when it comes to like pure hunting, I really do like this knife. I think I like this shape a little bit better for EDC. It does feel incredibly like I was planning on using. Actually, I did. I went hunting out there for the first few days with this knife before I had this one in hand, because I love this. Like, I have no issues doing Bambi with this either. If this is the one that you like a little more, go for it. But now that I've used that one, it is specifically set up and has some extra scallops and stuff on there that does really make it work better for doing deer process or field dressing in my mind. Obviously, here's the sheep's foot. Clearly, blade shape difference. This is also Micarta versus the G10. This Micarta is so soft and grippy. I absolutely love it. EDC, I'll actually say I like the Micarta better. For hunting, I'm going to stick with G10 because of this texturing is so good. It's almost as grippy, as soft as this Micarta. But it's better for blood and gore. Honestly, it wipes off much better. The Micarta does not absorb in. And yes, I do clearly leave stuff on blades for a little too long, but that's me. Love this knife. But for a hunting knife, I really do like that a little bit better. Now, what did I take out there with me in comparison? Other knives that I did Bambi with, the knives by Nuge Bruin. An excellent, excellent tool as well. Fairly similar on the blade shape, just a little bit different. Not as tall, a little bit longer. CPM 154 versus MagnaCut. All great steels. I have no issues with any of those. And then I also took out a Lycian Dakota. Did a Bambi with that as well, just so you can kind of see the difference. These are all fairly similar. Matter of fact, these are really kind of similar in blade shapes. This kind of get a little bit smaller as you go, essentially. Bigger handle, a little smaller handle. All very good, all similar in their own ways. As you can tell, I have a style for field dressing, and these all nail it. They absolutely nail it. So there are different ways to go at and skin this cat, but I really do like this knife. I love how small it was, just to be able to keep in the pocket. So let's talk about it. This was my pocket knife for most the entire hunting season, except for the first few days. Yeah, my little 3.0 hate that was successful. The sheath comes with an ulti-clip, which is great. Really good looking leather. They did not finish the edges, which is a little bit of a bummer. Does have a drainage hole down there. They should have welted this, to be honest with you. I had a couple commenters say, whoa, why did they kind of cheap out and do that when you're spending this much money on a knife? They've got a point. I've got to say, they do have a point. So if there's going to be, any criticism, kind of make the sheath just a little bit nicer on there. As far as carry-wise, I loved it. I have no issues getting it out. It's an ulti-clip, so it really does stick in there on your pocket really, really well. It looks amazing. It's functional. I have no real major issues when it comes to actual use, but, you are putting a good, pretty penny down. It would be nice to have maybe a little bit higher up there. Like the Badger Claw finished leather sheath here. A little nicer on there, to be honest with you. But I do love that they did go with the pocket sheath because, yeah, Bambi season's over, but I'm going to EDC the crap out of this too. And it's because of this sheath that I'm going to do it. So, yes, good choice on sheath. Personally, I like it. It does do very well. But, people that know leather better than me, I'll voice their comments as well because they're valid, no doubt. Alrighty. What do I think about this knife in general? Fit and finish? Perfection. Never had a Reiff not come with incredible fit and finish. They spend a lot of time on here making sure this knife is fantastic, and it is. I had zero issues with the design. Matter of fact, I wouldn't change a thing. I think they nailed everything on this perfectly. Wouldn't change it. I love the guard. I love the scallops. I actually don't even mind the jimping. I think the jimping's perfect, and I was really surprised that I liked it under there. But yet again, super cold, nice and grippy. It's needed because you don't have that you lose dexterity the colder it gets, honestly. So the more that you know that your knife will legitimately lock you in, I think the better. And yeah, I was freaking freezing out there. No gloves, real gloves anyway. It does get a little chilly. So, excellent design. I think as a collaboration, they crushed it. If you like this look, or you want just like even a lightweight field dressing knife, hunting knife, do it. This thing's great. I've bushcrafted with it. I have no issues with doing feathers. I've batoned it through some stuff too. Nice and tough. It's Magna Cut. It's tough stuff. And as far as doing multiple Bambis, yeah, I think with Magna Cut, you can, without a doubt, get 3 in as long as you're doing everything right. 2 for sure, without even a question. 3 is where you probably want to say, all right, let's put it on the stones a little bit, get it honed back up. But otherwise, yeah, this thing is phenomenal. It does have that little lanyard thing back there. Do I like lanyards? Not at all. I hate lanyards, actually. For the most part, unless you're on like a 3-finger knife, I don't like them at all. But awesome design. Crushed it. Let me know what you think down below. This has honestly no no changes from me, which is kind of shocking. Love this thing. Now, I should say they sent this over to me, and it kind of freaked me out because I hadn't seen anybody post the darn thing. I was like, hey, you okay with me posting stuff? Because I think I'm the first one. And yeah, no issues with that whatsoever. So I appreciate them sending it over. I love, clearly, as you can tell, I love Reiff knives. They are awesome in my opinion. Their quality is top-notch, top production knives that are out there. They're pretty much semi-customs when it comes to quality control. And yeah, their warranty is insane. It's, you know, you do anything, you get it back. They have a killer warranty. So that's like Essie in my mind. That's why I liked Essies. You do whatever you want with them, snap them, they'll replace them. I think Reiff is about the same on their warranty. So win-win. Very cool. If I'm wrong on that or anybody has experience, put it down below too. I think that's important because that's part of what you're getting when you pick up a Reiff, and that is important. You got a knife that's going to be around for the long haul no matter what you do to it, which I think is amazing. All right, now that's all out of the way. 2 thumbs up. I'll catch you on the next one.